Yep. Mm-hmm. Great. Good. Ooh. 5-ish? No later? Great. Thank you. Bye.
Hey boss, you wanted to see me?
Oh, Polly, yes. Look, I'm hoping to get first dibs on this new consultancy, Carlirle Nimby Associates Proprietary Limited, right? Now, their business card came across my desk this week and I've checked out the website. It checks out pretty well. However, there was one thing I couldn't quite get a handle on, and it was this workshop facilitation. Workshop facilitation. Now, I thought that CNA News ought to get onto this. You know, we can do our bit to avoid a tongue-twisting epidemic, right? Now, I'd like you to contact the head honcho of this outfit, Mr. Peter McTickle. No, Peter McTackett, right? And see if we can't clear this thing up, okay?
Yeah, sounds great, boss. Sounds like a good news story. Just give me McTackett's details and I'll get onto it now. Thank you.
Hi, it's Polly Nomiel here from CNA News, and I'm interviewing Peter McTackett, who managed the design and construction of 5 Islands Road, Lake Macquarie, New South Wales from 2001 to 2007. Now Peter, this is such a lovely location. It's hard to believe that it once was a very disturbed construction site. So can you tell us a bit about how you got to the situation today?
Yeah, well look, it's easily taken for granted the number of experts that you would need to design a road widening in a location such as this. We had, for example, a large team of specialist geotechnical engineers who were needed to work out how we would widen the big road embankment in these deep soft soils and prevent them sinking into the mud. The other thing is we're sandwiched here between the suburb of Terralba and Lake Macquarie, and we're surrounded by these lovely coastal wetlands which are actually of great ecological value and protected by legislation. And so the challenge we had was to somehow work with the community and look at all of their concerns, as well as the technical and environmental and construction kind of challenges, to work out the different options that we might be able to adopt in the widening of the road here.
Wow, that sounds complicated. So how did you figure out what design to adopt here?
Well, this is where the first value management workshop was held. And what we did at the workshop was we brought a whole lot of attendees there, and they discussed what were the factors that were important in deciding which option to adopt. So that included things such as cost, wetland impact, environmental impact, the soft soils, how you'd build it with all this traffic. And attendees assigned a value to each of these impacts, and then every option was given a score based on those factors, and we moved forward from there.
Fair enough, but why couldn't you just do that in a meeting with all of the experts?
What happens in a workshop is that every person there is asked to give their opinion, and all of those bits of information go into the final mix for final consideration.
And so what happens after everyone said their piece? Does everyone live happily ever after?
Well, that's where the skill of the facilitator is important. From the mix of ideas and concerns raised by the group, the facilitator helps the project manager tease out the main issues and values being raised by the group. It usually takes the form of discussion between all the people in the workshop, and the facilitator effectively watches and guides the discussion as necessary to ensure that they stay on track and are focused and reach a clear conclusion.
So now Peter, we've heard how value management workshops are used to select the best option for a project from amongst several. How does a workshop assist with other aspects of projects?
So a risk workshop is probably the next most common workshop that I've been involved with. And in a risk workshop, once again, you will assemble a room full of vested people, experts and stakeholders, people with an interest in the project, and they will then list all the things that they can think of that could go wrong, or risks. They'll then rank those in terms of their likelihood and their severity. They'll then work out a means of minimising or eliminating those risks. That forms what's called a risk management plan, and that is a tool which the project manager uses as they continue to deliver the project. You may also look at how you're going to build a project, and you call that a constructability review, and you can use that to determine which is the most suitable way of building over another. So they're just very convenient ways of assembling experts and coming up with clear outcomes.
So what would you say gives Carlirle Nimby Associates an edge with this type of workshop?
Well, I have extensive experience in all aspects of delivery of major highway projects. I believe that is transferable to other kinds of infrastructure projects, and so that therefore gives me a good understanding of the purpose and the role of workshops in a project manager's toolkit. The other thing is I enjoy leading and facilitating workshops and meetings, and I believe that my enthusiasm for this becomes contagious with the other attendees at a workshop.
Well, there you have it. Peter McTackett from Carlirle Nimby Associates has a unique resume and personality, which makes him ideal for facilitating your next workshop. So why not contact him now to discuss how he can help you? This is Polynomial from 5 Islands Road, signing off. Hi boss! I've researched Peter McTackett at Carlirle Nimby Associates. I've interviewed him
Oh, yes. What'd you find out?
Well, Carlirle Nimby Associates are the real deal. They have excellent experience in planning and delivering workshops.
Well, I've been in this news game quite a while, Polly, and I've had quite a few real deals pass by this desk, let me tell you.
I know that, boss, but I really think we've found someone that can bring the best out of a team. That's what a facilitator does.
You know what? I think we're onto something here. Let's take a look at that interview. Let's check the website again.
Sounds good.
Carlirle Nimby Associates would love to help your project team make well-informed and good decisions. So contact me now using the number or the email address on the screen. This is Peter McTackett from Carlirle Nimby Associates. Thanks for watching.